Hello everyone, Nick here. This is actually my first time ever doing a YouTube video, so sorry if it sucks. Hey, I don't know how to do an intro. Today we're going to do a review of the Ibanez standard quantum pickups versus some higher end Ibanez installed DiMarzio pickups. First, let's have a look at the guitars we're going to use. Alright, here are the three guitars we're going to use today. This first one is a 7-string. It's a bolt-on in the Ibanez standard RG line. This is the Ibanez with the edge tremolo equipped, and this is the one that has the DiMarzios on it. So in the neck position is a blade type humbucker. It's a DiMarzio Air Norton S, and the one at the bridge is a D activator. Again, this one's a bolt-on, maple neck. Third guitar we're going to use is a neck through, again from the Ibanez RG series, and pretty self-explanatory. So I realize these aren't all exactly the same guitar. You know, we got neck throughs and bolt-ons all kind of mixed in here, differences in wood and such. But mostly what we want to try and pay attention to here is the quantums versus the DiMarzios. And the question we need to answer is, are the DiMarzios worth it? Alright, so I decided to make this video because I was out shopping for a new RG. It was actually that neck through model. And I was frustrated because I couldn't decide whether or not to spring the extra $200 to get the DiMarzios or whether or not I should just buy the lower end model with quantum pickups. First of all, let's talk a little bit about the quantum pickups versus the DiMarzios. In terms of their design, they're really very similar. You know, except for this blade version, all have adjustable pole pieces. So adjustable pole pieces, that's good. The quantums and the DiMarzios have that. Other points worth mentioning. The quantums are 4-wire configured. So one of the things I love that Ibanez does on all these RGs is they have the 5-way selector switch, and you can switch between full sounds all the way forward, all the way back on the neck and bridge pickups respectively. You can split the coils, you can blend them, you can even do a phased version of the neck. So again, mechanically speaking, they're not like cheap 2-wire configuration humbuckers. Maybe the last thing that's worth mentioning is I feel like all of them have really comparable hum canceling. I don't feel like any of them is particularly noisy compared to the others. So really, I think the main difference comes down to sound, right? This part's subjective. So in order to compare them, it's my plan essentially to go through and play some rather boring stuff. We're going to play some normal chords, both clean and dirty. We're going to play just some scales, both kind of on the low end of the fretboard and the high end of the fretboard. No amps today, just going to do this digital style. I've got a Line 6 Firehawk, and we're going to use a model of a Fender Blackface, and then a model of a Marshall JCM 900 for the dirty tones. All of these guitars have been recently restrung, so we're dealing with a fairly fresh set of strings on each one of them, so that shouldn't be a big variable in the sound. I'm not going to try and impress you with my playing because I'm not that good. I'm just going to do the neck pickup and the bridge pickup in the full positions. I'm not going to do any of the blending or coil splits. It's just too complicated. So for this comparison, the 1 position and the 5 position on the 5-way selector switch. First, we're starting with the DiMarzios. We're going to start at the neck with the clean tone. Here we go. Okay, now we're going to switch over to the distorted tones, back to the neck pickup. Better do some power chords here for the distorted comparison. Hi Logan, you're on the video now. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Daddy.
Alright, now switching over to the bridge pickup. So hopefully that gives you a feeling for what the DiMarzios sound like. Next we're plugging into the neck through with the Quantums, starting at the neck position, starting with the clean tone. Okay, going to the bridge. Okay, we're going to switch over to the distorted tone, going back to the neck pickup. Okay, and last but not least, bridge pickup on the Quantums. Okay, and that's what the Quantums sound like on a neck through 6-string. Finally, we're bringing in the 7-string. You've already heard the Quantums on a 6-string, so I mean, they really do sound mostly the same. I can't really even tell the difference on the normal 6 strings. So what I'm going to do is essentially just do some power chord work using the low B string. Give you a feel for how the Quantum pickups respond to that really low B string on a 7-string guitar. Here we go. Starting on clean and neck position. Okay, switch over to the neck position. Alright, and what most 7 strings are built for, distortion. Going back to the neck position, turn on the dirty tone. Alright, and last but not least, we will switch to the bridge pickup. And that should give you a feel for what the Quantums sound like on a 7-string guitar. Alright, so you've heard the tones now. Those might sound different to you, they might not. I think, you know, it's hard to decide, really. I can't tell a real big difference between the DiMarzios and the Quantums. If you're shopping for like an entry-level Ibanez, you're probably in the GIO series. I don't even think they offer the Quantums in most of the GIO series, so it's probably not a choice you're dealing with. And if you're looking for an entry-level guitar, you're probably not that discerning anyway. If you've got a lot of money and you're looking for something in the Prestige line, in the Ibanez series, you're probably going to be getting bare knuckle pickups or Fishman or DiMarzios. So I think this choice really only pertains to people who are looking kind of that $400 to $700 range, middle ground for the Ibanez lineup. And you know, it's a substantial price increase to add another $200 to a $400 guitar to get the DiMarzios on it. So first blush, I would say, you know, bang for your buck, go with the Quantums. There are a few things that I think I like a little bit better about the DiMarzios. If you just kind of listen to it, it's not so bright. It's not, the output is more focused. The main thing I notice about the Quantums is that it seems like they're just pretty high output, kind of from bass to mid to treble, kind of all the way across. So the main complaint I have against the Quantums, I guess, is that they're sort of a pickup that hasn't decided what it wants to do in life. They don't have any particular specialty. On the other hand, you know, they're highly versatile. I feel like they're a little bright in the treble frequency. That's just me, but what's nice about that is you can just roll back on the tone knob just a little bit. Generally speaking, you be the judge, but for me, I think I would just buy the Quantums.